Scott Schweiger with Burnt CPA. Welcome back for episode 10 of Tuesday Tax Tips. With the flow-through returns behind us, mostly they were due last Friday, or Extension Day Part 1 like I like to call it, let's talk about business income on your personal tax return. So this one's for anyone with a sole proprietorship, also known as a Schedule C on your personal return, an LLC, a partnership, an S corporation, even if you have a rental property. So this week's tax tip, we're getting back to the QBI deduction, aka Section 199A. Remember that from a couple weeks ago? It didn't think it was coming back, but it's back. So my tip this week is simply to talk to your tax advisor if you have a business or a rental that flows on to your individual tax return. Ask about it. Please have a conversation. Is it a great time of year for them? Probably not. We're buried with tax returns. We got the next deadline coming up in a little less than a month here, but we're still glad to help. The more we can help you understand, the better we will be together to bring your total tax liability down in the future. So if you receive a K-1, make sure it has the QBI info on it. There's some new codes tacked on to the end of the form. If you have an S Corp, it's box 17 and it's codes V through Z. If it's a partnership, it's going to be box 20, codes Z through AD. If you have a rental property, make sure it, quote, rises to the level of a trade or business. Yes, it's very nebulous sounding and it's about as clear as it sounds, but we can ask questions, we can get on the same page to make a determination if your rental does rise to the level of a trade or business. You need that to be able to take this deduction. And ask us about income limits, because that's a huge one. If you're under $315,000 in taxable income for married filing jointly, half that if you're single, things get a lot simpler in calculating this deduction. There's a lot of nuances and little P's and Q's to get caught up on with this, but if you're under those limits, a lot of those go away. So with that being said, obviously how this impacts you will depend on your particular set of circumstances. If you have questions, please ask your tax advisor or reach out to me directly and we can have a conversation about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys join me next week.